Why hello there people, here's a Halo Anniversary gameplay video on Legendary difficulty. I was actually playing and experimenting, if you would say. When Halo 1 came out, it was almost like a sandbox game. You got a lot of ways to play this game, but it's also the same thing with Halo 2 to ODST, but I'm not sure with Reach, although Reach does allow you to experiment a bit in certain areas. And the level Halo, I never played this level that much on Legendary because I'm terrible with spawnating at the very beginning of the level where you have to protect those Marines very early in the game. And oh, I should talk about the level. The level itself, it's definitely a great example of what Halo is all about. And what I mean by Halo, I mean like the game. You got a good amount of close quarter fights to distance fights and vehicle segments. Overall, I really like the level. It's really great on co-op too. What can I say about Halo 1? I love Halo 1. The campaign's amazing. I think it's the best Legendary experience too. And like I said, for its time, it was pretty much like a sandbox game. There are many ways that can make certain segments easy and some methods to make them even slightly harder or challenging, I would say. This part right here, I usually like to snipe back with the Marines on top of that hill, and when the Covenant start rushing, I Warhog rush them. But this one, I'm trying to do something else a little bit different. I've never really tried to fight the Russian Covenant on that, I mean when I'm hanging out with my Marines, because usually I just fail, because they just blaze through your soldiers, and later on you're pretty much surrounded and you can't do anything. So I don't know, maybe I can pull it off. I gotta experiment it. Now I want to jump into a new topic. In a few more days my book is finally coming out, and I'm pretty anxious. I'm just constantly thinking what's going to happen, what's the outcome. Is it going to be the best book ever, or is it the worst book ever? It's not every day you see a book written in a poetic style to tell the reader a story with a lot of video game influences, mostly first-person shooters. So I think it's kind of normal to, get nervous, because I don't know how many authors that actually do this type of thing, I guess. But then again, ever since I was a kid, I've always loved playing these type of games. As I got older, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something like this. I have a lot of passion for a lot of mediums: music, games, poetry, movies, whatever. I never thought which one to be, how can I say? I never thought which one that I should choose to be good at, but I fell in love with games as a kid, and I still do, so I chose that one instead. Another thing about me is I've never been interested in school. I didn't want to be the guy that programmed games on his computer all day. I didn't really have any interest in doing something like that. I'm always like kind of the brain type of guy when it comes to like developing stuff. And where is it? Oh yeah, I remember a lot of my teachers or school counselors or whatever wanted me to go to college, telling me nothing but the positives. They were just like, worshipping it like it was some sort of religion, and I just couldn't take them seriously. I just laughed, and I simply did not buy their words. I'd never been part of a certain crowd, to be truthfully honest. And what else? Oh my god, I can't think. Yeah, I'd never been in a certain crowd, just kind of like the same for the first-person shooter community. There's always the guys that love mainstream shooters, and then there's the guys that, they don't like shooters that are mainstream. I'm not one of those guys. I don't really care what people think of my opinion. If you think it's wrong, then fine, go ahead. I'm not trying to represent factual evidence. I'm just trying to be me. I'm not trying to be a product. Hope you understand that metaphor I just laid down there. I only got 1 minute for this video, so I gotta do this quick. If I gotta say one more thing about the book, is I fucking love first-person shooters, man. This game you're watching is probably the most influential video game for this book. A lot of stuff you'll notice similar to Halo 1. Yeah, there will be a lot of stuff like that. I also got some other influences like Crysis. I like the armor suit ability thing it did back. It did. So it will be presented in this book, but I'll have my own ideas implemented. Now I think I remembered I said I had a Truth and Reconciliation like mission in this book, but I deleted it because I didn't really, and shit, I don't have enough time. I gotta add more footage. Alright, so I'm back. So yeah, I wanted a Truth and Reconciliation like mission for my book, but I deleted it because I didn't like I was doing with its core design, and yeah. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of Halo 1 feel into this book. Although it's not Halo, it does have its own personality. I guess I can call it like it's a homage to my favorite game, but it does have its own story, which is probably like the best thing I can describe about this book. And I don't know if there's anything else I want to say. I guess that's pretty much it for the video. I didn't want this video to be too long. And see you guys later. And I got this one final clip, which is kind of hilarious and kind of stupid at the same time. Hope you enjoy it.